The Lawrenceburg community is mourning the loss of a state trooper killed in a crash.
A tractor trailer leaking transmission fluid shut down several busy Lexington roads for hours.
The search for two escaped convicts now in its 19th day, and we're learning new information about how the tools used to escape were smuggled into the prison.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 4:30.
Good afternoon to you. Amber Philpott and Jennifer Palumbo reporting. We're learning more about a state trooper killed in the line of duty. Kentucky State Police say Trooper Eric Chrisman died in a crash on US 62 in Marshall County. He was just 23 years old.
They say he was responding to a reckless driver complaint when he lost control in a curve, crossed the center line, and was hit by a semi. Sam Smith talked to Chrisman's former basketball coach in his hometown of Lawrenceburg. It's our top story at 4:30.
I'm at the Christian Academy of Lawrenceburg. It's where Trooper Chrisman went to school and where he graduated in 2009. Everyone here is saddened by his death. He was killed in a crash yesterday in western Kentucky. We're told Trooper Chrisman was responding to a reckless driving complaint. His cruiser crossed into the opposite lane into the path of an oncoming tractor trailer. The organization supporting heroes says his cruiser hydroplaned and he was pronounced dead at the scene. Everyone says Trooper Chrisman was a joyous, kind man that would leave you with a smile on your face. His former school teacher at Christian Academy of Lawrenceburg says he always wanted to be a police officer, and she was so proud of him when he accomplished that dream in January of this year. She sends her condolences to his family.
You know, all of our prayers go out to the family, friends, those who knew him, loved him, worked with him.
State troopers escorted his body from the state medical examiner's office in Louisville to Ritchie and Peach Funeral Home here in town. They'll handle his arrangements. In Lawrenceburg, Sam Smith, WKYT.
Funeral arrangements for Trooper Chrisman are pending. Well, today we're getting a brief break from the humidity.
Yeah, and that is nice. It is a great afternoon to get outside, even fire up the grill for dinner. Let's check in now with meteorologist Jim Caldwell. Great evening for folks to be out.
Oh, absolutely. The only heat you'll have out there this evening will be from the grill because it's going to get much, much better as the evening kind of wears on here for you. Defender a little bit active just to our northwest. We've been tracking a few showers out there. That's the only action that we really have. And maybe some of this could hold on long enough to maybe cruise through parts of central Kentucky. Let me show you our high-resolution radar, which is right in tune with that moisture. Watch this as we go through the rest of the evening. A very small chance of them holding on long enough to cause any major impact. And you can also see an isolated chance going into the early morning hours and even into the day. Overnight tonight, some showers and storms are going to get fired up, and more energy will be moving toward us beyond that. That's when we could be talking about strong or even severe thunderstorms. So as we look ahead here, we're going to be turning up the heat at least for one more day before we get a big dip in temperatures overall. The trend is much cooler, but we're turning up the heat tomorrow, maybe in the low 90s. Heat index values, mid and upper 90s, a good possibility. Then you throw in the severe thunderstorm possibility as we head toward the late evening and into the nighttime period on your Thursday. Once that happens, once that passes through, another wave of energy will come rolling in, brings more showers, more thunderstorms, and some much cooler air. That's going to knock daytime highs down anywhere from 15 to 20 degrees below average. I'll take a closer look at that coming up for you here in just a few minutes.
All right, Jim, thank you. A judge is expected to rule tomorrow whether or not to dismiss a civil suit against Eastern Kentucky attorney Eric Kahn. Kahn was in court today for a hearing regarding a civil suit against him. Kahn was expected to make comments for the first time since hundreds of his former clients had their Social Security benefits suspended last month. Kahn invoked his Fifth Amendment rights and opted not to testify. Kahn's lawyers asked the judge to dismiss the suit. The judge says he will rule on that by noon tomorrow. A leaking truck caused a traffic nightmare for several hours on a busy Lexington road.
Fuel spilled along Man o' War between Palumbo Drive and Blazer Parkway, prompting police to shut down that stretch of road. WKYT's Mark Barber tells us about efforts to get traffic moving again.
The tractor trailer started leaking transmission fluid onto the road here during the morning rush hour. But it wasn't until early this afternoon that crews say they were able to clear up the traffic trouble here on Palumbo Drive and Man o' War Boulevard. They say it took so long because they had a large and dangerous mess to clean up. A truck carrying building materials started leaking the fluid on Palumbo Drive around 8:15. Police say the driver didn't realize what was happening until they left a slick trail all the way over to Man o' War near Blazer Parkway. Transmission fluid is very slippery and it can stick to tires, making it difficult for drivers to slow down. Crews rushed in to block off stretches of Palumbo Drive and Man o' War. As traffic backed up for hours, environmental crews threw everything they had at the mess.
Stay dry, and then we're waiting for sand and to get the street cleaners out to then suck that up.
Police say the fortunate thing is that this happened while the sun was shining. They say if the fluid had leaked out while it was raining, it would have washed the fluid all over the road, and they say that would have created some chaos. So officers tell me that we really dodged a bullet as far as the traffic conditions went. In Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Police tell us the spill did not cause any crashes. Authorities are releasing new information on how 2 convicted killers might have been able to execute their prison break earlier this month.
There have been 2,200 leads, but still no sign of the dangerous 2 in upstate New York. Bolo Sandoval reports.
The primary search area is approximately 75 square miles within Franklin County, New York. State Forest Rangers describe the terrain as treacherous, not just for escapees Richard Matt and David Sweat, but for police and other searchers as well.
The area is heavily forested. Much of the land is privately held timberlands. The undergrowth on these lands is thick.
The search net narrows as new details on the brazen escape are confirmed by prosecutors. Clinton County District Attorney Andrew Wiley says Joyce Mitchell walked the tools needed for the escape right through the prison's main gate. They were embedded in a hunk of hamburger meat and placed in a freezer at the facility's tailor shop. Prosecutors say Mitchell then asked a prison guard to take the meat to the inmate's cell area. The new details stunning to one former inmate at the prison.
It's amazing how they got it from the tailor shop back to their cell block.
Eric Jensen served 9 months alongside Matt and Sweat. He tells CNN many inmates behind these walls knew about a possible relationship between Mitchell and the 2 inmates, but kept it quiet.
Did you ever think about talking to a guard about it?
No.
Why
no,
not?
You don't think about that because that's, in Clinton is different. Clinton is, every day something goes on. When you're outside at that yard, somebody's getting stabbed, somebody's getting cut, somebody's getting into a fight. And if you're a snitch in there, that's the worst thing.
You were scared?
Yeah.
The search drags into day 19 with authorities promising to keep up their pursuit of the escapees. I'm Polo Sandoval reporting.
Some artists are set to paint the town this weekend. It's all part of Art Connects, a new nonprofit organization in Lexington.
Deanne Stevens is out and about. She joins us from Phoenix Park now with more. Hi, Deanne.
Good afternoon from Phoenix Park, where we are preparing to paint the town here in downtown Lexington. It's happening this Saturday. Many very talented artists are taking part in this, like Miss Pat here, who's working hard for us. It looks like you're sketching the cranes that we see in front of us, but you said you don't know, you're not sure what you're going to be sketching this weekend yet.
Well, they are cranes of sorts,
but not necessarily the ones we're looking at.
They could morph into something else.
Talk about Paint the Town, Pat, this weekend and the many artists that will be lined up and down the streets of Lexington.
Well, you're going to get to see some really good plein air painters. My paintings are not always plein air, but gee whiz, Mariana McDonald I know is going to be down here, and she's a wonderful plein air painter, and a lot of the people from Artist Attic. There's just so many good people, and it's exciting to be with all these nice artists and feel like you're amongst your friends. So it'll be great.
All right, come on down to Paint the Town. It is happening Saturday. Kate Savage is with us, Art Connects. What is Art Connects?
Art Connects is a newly formed nonprofit that fosters the art community and tries to put on programs and raise art consciousness in the community.
And that's exactly what you guys are doing with Paint the Town. Talk a bit about that and how not only artists will be here to enjoy it, but the public can come out and see all the beautiful artwork.
Well, the boundaries of Paint the Town are 3rd Street, Main Street, Jefferson Street, and Rose Street. So in that contained area, there'll be 50 to 60 artists with their easels, all painting until 2 o'clock. They'll turn their work in. We will frantically label it, hang it on the wall at Arts Place, and then at 6 o'clock, the public can come, enjoy the exhibition, pay $25. There'll be food and music, live music, and drinks. And then if they choose to purchase the art, which will all be for sale, the $25 that they paid to get in will go towards the purchase price.
How nice. So can folks just show up here Saturday and see all the artists?
They can see the artists painting during the morning, 8 till 2, and then come to the party at 6 o'clock and see the finished work hung on the wall.
All right, sounds like a fabulous event. You too can come be a part of painting the town here in downtown Lexington. I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about. Back to you guys.
Deanne, thank you. Marvel Studios introducing the latest Peter Parker, a.k.a. Spider-Man, and fans say goodbye to one of TV's favorite dads.
Suzanne Marquez has today's Eye on Entertainment.
Flowers decorate Dick Van Patten's star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. The actor, best known as the patriarch on 8 is Enough, died on Tuesday of complications from diabetes. He was 86. Marvel Studios says Tom Holland will be the next Spider-Man. After a worldwide casting search, producers chose the 19-year-old British actor to take over the role of Peter Parker. The next Spider-Man film is due in 2017. Here in Los Angeles, stars came out for the premiere of a new family drama. The cast walked the red carpet for Max. It's the story of a military dog traumatized by his partner's death. Lauren Graham plays the mother of the dead Marine.
I think once I got into the story, I felt like, how do you convey this, the loss that they're dealing with?
Max arrives in theaters Friday. And the movie Unexpected explores the challenges of family and career. Kobe Smulders stars as a high school teacher who discovers she's pregnant at the same time as one of her students. Smulders happened to be pregnant in real life during filming, which helped her identify with the character.
Before you get pregnant, you have all these ideas, these general ideas of what it's going to be like and how it's going to be and what it should be, and they just go out the window.
Unexpected arrives in theaters in July. And that's your Eye on Entertainment. Suzanne Marquez, CBS News, Hollywood.
It's nice getting a little bit of a break from the heat and humidity for once.
Absolutely. And Jim, that Chris Bailey knows to pick the days to take off, doesn't he?
He's a sneaky guy. You watch him now. He's out there enjoying this fantastic Wednesday as we're looking at low humidity levels, and we're also looking at a little bit of heat. That's in southeastern Kentucky, and that's it. The rest of us are in the low and mid 80s. Here's Kentucky's most powerful live Doppler. That's Defender, tracking a little moisture in northern parts of Kentucky, and that's really about it. Come tomorrow, though, we're going to enhance the heat, and we're also going to bump up the chances of strong or even severe thunderstorms across parts of central and into eastern Kentucky. As we look at Thursday's severe weather threat, some of the risk that we're looking at: damaging winds, maybe some large hail, and there could be the possibility that some of these thunderstorms will try their best to rotate. What that means is they could be what we call those supercellular thunderstorms, meaning we might have some isolated tornadic activity as well. So we bumped it up into the enhanced area here across northern parts of central and into eastern Kentucky for severe weather potential tomorrow after all of that heat comes back. Now let's get you up to date on the traffic situation again.
One lane of South Lime is blocked near the entrance to Kentucky Clinic. That's because of an unexpected gas line repair that they're doing right now. So a lane of South Lime blocked there near campus, and we have some slowdowns because of it at the moment. On Nicholasville Road, up the road there in Harrodsburg, at New Circle in Nicholasville, slowdowns approaching Lexington Green. That gets better past Wilson Downing in front of the mall. And it's about an 8-minute delay at the moment on Harrodsburg Road from the Circle to Man of War. Now back to you in the studio.
To become a WKYT Live driver and download the Waze app, go to WKYT.com. Under the News tab, click on Traffic for more information. A light show like no other, transparent trucks, and how a woman landed free beer. It's the video that'll have you talking. Take a look at this.
Who needs fireworks when you have this show in the sky? The Southern Lights have been on full display in Australia for the past few nights. You can see the beautiful shades of pink, reds, and greens across the sky. And it's not over yet. Australians are in for another showing tomorrow.
Well, transparent trucks may soon be hitting the highway. Samsung is trying to get regulatory approval for its so-called safety trucks. They would be equipped with a camera and 4 small screens to help drivers better see the road and cars around them. Drivers of vehicles behind the trucks would also be able to see if it's safe to pass. But some experts say the technology upgrade isn't economically practical.
It also could be distracting, I would
so.
think, too. A 100-year-old woman whose fondness for beer made her a viral video star is getting some of what she loves for free. Pauline Spagnola's 100th birthday party was recently featured in a local newscast. During the celebration, she told a reporter her longevity came from, in her words, a lot of booze. The clip was shared on social media, and Pauline became an online sensation. During the party, she said her favorite suds were made locally at Lion Brewery, so the company gave her some free cases of beer. Pauline said she could still remember the first time she tried it.
I had to sneak it. My parents would allow me to drink at 14.
At 14, she really did start early. Pauline lives in a nursing home. The facility's activities director says there are no restrictions on beer for residents as long as there are no medication or dependency issues. Pauline says she is not going to drink all that beer herself, though. She plans to share it with her friends.
Hey, you know what? If that is her fountain of youth
That's
and
right.
she looks great, then go for it, Pauline.